All right, on to fancy things with strings. I like that. So we know that strings are variables that have words in them. Strings are the words. So hello world is a string. ABC is a string. Uh, the name of a fish is a string. Anything that's a word is a string. Uh, I defined my string here as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, just for the purposes of this exercise, so you can see how we do some fancy things with strings. So indexing is pulling some value from the string. So in coding, we start actually counting not from 1, we start counting from 0. So pretend A is 0, B is 1, C is 2, and so on. So if I want to just pull out the, say, print my string index 0, it will print the A. If I say print number 1, it'll print the B. If I say print number 5, it should print the fourth one. Sorry, the sixth one. And there it is, F. Now another thing you can do is count back from the end. You can count from the end. So I could go -1 and it'll print the last letter. See, here's K. So that's indexing. Slicing is taking several pieces at once from something. Until you do that, we use a colon. So you could either say from number 1 go to the end, and that would be 1 colon. Let me comment this out. Bring this in. So it would print from B on, right? Or I could go from 3, which would be D on. Now you could also do that to the end. So I say I want to start at the beginning and do up to the third character. Now this is a little bit trickier because it will go up through the third character. Let's see. What if I said from 1 to 5? So now it should take B, C, D, E, 1 through 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, this is the tricky thing. The number 5 is actually 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is F, but it didn't print the F. So it prints up to number 5 when you specify the last number. It prints up to that number. It doesn't include that number. So it only went up to 5, which was number 4. It was E. So that's slicing. Oh, you can also, well, we can get fancy with the negatives too. In steps is stepping by a certain number. So if you could think of this as just a continuation where we have square brackets with no colon, square brackets with 1 colon, and then square brackets with 2 colons, this allows you to do it in steps. What if, let's comment this out again. What if I wanted to print only every other letter? Well, then I could just leave the first 2 blank because that would do the whole thing. And it would print every other letter. See, it printed the A, the C, the E, the G, and so on. Now, what if I only wanted to count the letter for every other letter for the first half or so? I could do it 0 through 5, then step by 2. So it would only go A, then C, then E, then it would stop because it reached that value. Now you could do this, a little trick I'll show you is you could step by -1, and let's see what that does. It prints it exactly backwards. So that's a trick we probably won't use, but it's kind of cool. Usually we use a for loop to do this. So 3 methods of manipulating strings. 1, indexing, pulling out a value. 1, slicing out a piece of it. And 1, this is essentially taking either one piece or multiple pieces by stepping. by a pattern. So that's indexing and slicing strings. Please let me know if you have any questions.